Greetings, Japan fans. In today's show, we're going to look at motivating our people. Maishu, arigatou gozaimasu, and welcome back to the 9th year of the Leadership Japan series. And I'm your host in Tokyo, Dr. Greg Stroy, your corporate coaching and training guy committed to your success, president of Dale Carnegie Training Tokyo, Japan, and the 3-time best-selling author of Japan Sales Mastery, Japan Business Mastery, and Japan Presentations Mastery. My new book in Japanese, Za Eigyo, is available on Amazon. We are broadcasting around the world from Minato-ku in the center of Tokyo, the leadership capital of Japan. Brings insights, examples, and experience about leading in Japan. And trust me, it is different here. Don't forget to subscribe and share this podcast with your family, friends, and colleagues. We are not being sponsored by Libsyn, but we value your privacy, which is why we have our podcast hosted by Libsyn, who, unlike many other podcast hosts, have a strict policy that does not allow access to your private information by anyone. Here is our daily podcast lineup on iTunes. Mondays, the Cutting Edge Japan Business Show. Tuesdays, the Presentations Japan series. Every second Tuesday, the Business Tatsujin no Oshie Show. Wednesdays, the Sales Japan series. Thursdays, the Leadership Japan series. And every second Thursday, the Business Pro Podcast Show. Fridays, the Japan Business Mastery Show. And Saturdays, Japan's top business interviews. Before we get going, our handy Japanese phrase today is Wine gurasu ikutsu iru? Wine gurasu ikutsu iru? How many wine glasses do you need? Now, remember, this is very informal. You'd never say that to a client. Very informal. So you might be organizing a function at the office or maybe at a restaurant, and you're just talking to your colleague and you're asking, hey, how many wine glasses do you need? And you can just say, wine gurasu ikutsu iru? Wine gurasu ikutsu iru? Wine gurasu ikutsu iru? Wine gurasu ikutsu iru? This is episode number 460, 460 episodes. And today we're talking about we have to know our people in order to motivate them. The concept of motivating people is a misnomer, really. It is a short form of saying, as the leader, we build the right relationship, the right culture, and create the right environment where our people can motivate themselves to be successful. Yelling at someone to be motivated, be motivated, be motivated sounds and is ridiculous. We know that. But do we have a good alternative? The degree to which we know our people is the key. Well, we think we know them, but often it is only at a very superficial level. Bosses are very busy people. Time is short, and there is a lot to do. Getting to know our people in depth is a big task. One which takes considerable time and requires a sustained effort. This is why most leaders don't bother. When we take over the boss role, we probably went around to everyone in the team and interviewed them about what they do, how they do it, how they like it, and any issues they have which we, as the new face, may be able to solve for them. This is probably the only time we interview them. We catch up at performance review time, going over the key performance indicators, but we don't really dig into the entrails about how they're going and what they think about the firm. Then we move on to our next role and we repeat the same process. The end result is we work with people, but we never really know them to any great or meaningful extent. It doesn't have to be like this. And we can get to know people in a way which will allow us to appeal to their nobler and higher motivations. We use a methodology called not the interview, but the inner view. This is not a single encounter in the first 30 days of taking on the leader role for the team. It is a piecemeal, gradual accumulation of understanding of our people. It may be over coffee, a lunch, a casual conversation. The word casual here is key. Yes, there is intention. We want to get to know our people so that we can provide what it is they want from the firm and the work, positioning ourselves as the leader who can deliver those things. At the same time, it cannot be an interrogation. It cannot be manipulative. This is a fine line, however. We need to get to know how they tick in order to help them without it becoming a cunning plan to use them for our glorious, ever-upward, brass-ring-grabbing, dastardly plot to climb to the top of the corporate ladder. There are levels of depth in getting to know someone. Factual questions are the simplest. Where did you grow up? Go to school. Go to university. What did you study? What sports did you play? What are your hobbies? Where have you travelled? Who is in your family unit? Where do you live? Where else have you worked? Etc. Obviously, we're not going to ask these like a barrage of rapid-fire quiz show questions. These types of context background questions will get answered over time through the natural flow of conversation. We shouldn't be forcing it like we are holding a clipboard survey with boxes to be checked as we unearth each answer. In these answers, there are connectors with our own story. We may have lived in the same city or studied a similar subject or even have gone to the same university. Find out more when we come back from the break. Our show today is brought to you by our public programs, but we also do custom-made in-house classes. Now, we do them in our super safe classroom, we do them live online, and we do them in Japanese, and we do them in English. Okay, our show today is being brought to you by, on the 23rd of April, we're doing another episode of our Professional Ongoing Education, that series. On the 13th of May, we'll be doing course previews, and on the 18th of May, we'll be doing our Dale Carnegie course. Our website is www.dale-carnegie, carnegie.co.jp. You can email me at greg.story@dalecarnegie.com. If you like learning by watching videos, then we have over 1,000 for you there at Tokyo, Japan, Dale Carnegie TV on YouTube. Get my best-selling books, Japan Sales Mastery, the Bible for selling in Japan, and Japan Business Mastery, as well as my new book, Japan Presentations Mastery. We release 3 TV shows every week on YouTube. The Cutting Edge Japan Business Show, that's a premiere business show in Japan, comes out Mondays. Fridays, we have Japan Business Mastery Show. Saturdays, Japan's top business interviews, where I interview leaders in Japan from SMEs all the way up to the corporate captains of industry on one topic, leading in Japan. Every second Thursday, we release the Business Pro Television Show. Don't forget, you can email me at greg.story@dalecarnegie.com. Welcome back. Causative questions are the next layer down. These are the deeper why and what questions as we uncover the motivations and aspirations of the individual. Why do they like this hobby? Why do they choose this city to live in, or this university, or this field of study or work? Why did they move from one company to another? The latter questions we may have asked during the hiring process, but that was a while ago, and we may not recall the detail, or they may have been somewhat guarded in their answers at that point in joining the firm, or maybe they're already in the team and we are the new arrival. The deepest level of questioning is around the value-based questions. Knowing the values of the person helps us a lot as a leader, because we can see if there is an alignment or not with our own values and with the values of the firm. These are rather sensitive, personal questions, So there has to be a certain level of trust already established through the earlier questions before we can get to this stage. Busting right in with such a deep values-based question might alarm the team member, and they may feel some manipulation is going on. After listening to them tell us about their career so far, we might ask, looking back on your career so far, is there anything you would do differently? Many people have benefited from mentors in their work. Has that been the case for you? What has been something in your work you look back on with great pride? Life doesn't go in a straight line, so do you have any advice for people who may be going through a tough patch at the moment? This whole process has to have the kokoro gamai, the correct kokoro gamai or true intention about why we are doing it. If we are working out how best we can use people, then we will only damage the relationships because people are not stupid. If, on the other hand, we are seeking to establish common ground, common needs, and common values to deepen our understanding and therefore work out how we can help them to move upward in their career path, then we're on the right track. Time, place, and occasion are three considerations for holding these types of conversations. We shouldn't feel we're on a schedule and be in a rush to get to know our people better through these inner view questions. Authentic, casual, non-probing conversation is the key to learning how best to create the ideal work environment which will help our people to succeed. Thank you for joining the Leadership Japan series. If you found the program useful, then share it with your family, friends, and colleagues. Don't forget to subscribe and share this podcast. Take what you found valuable, immediately put into action, because idea application is what makes winners winners. Be one of them. Remember, I'm your corporate coaching and training guy in your corner, committed to your success here in Nippon.